ഹലോ ഗായ്സ്, നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ ലൈവാണ്. ഹലോ ഗായ്സ്, എല്ലാവർക്കും ലൈവ് സ്ട്രീമിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. തെറ്റിയല്ല, മൊത്തം തെറ്റി, ഫസ്റ്റ് തന്നെ തെറ്റി. വെൽക്കം ടു ദ ലൈവ് സ്ട്രീം. കളിക്കാനായിട്ട് പോവാണ്. ഇന്നമ്മ ഡിവിഷൻ 1 തോയില്ലേന്ന് അറിയാം. ഫസ്റ്റ് മാച്ചിലേക്ക് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ായ വാളിയാ
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history.
Well, we're on the way.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on the team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
വാളി
Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. Pele. Otto with the foul. Traumeri. Rijkaard. Costa Curta. Chance to deliver.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
This is Romario. Costa Curta. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it into space. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. He's in a great position here.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And it's Drogba.
ഓടിക്കേറാം.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Ball driven towards the far post. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. And he's let fly. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. And now
Direct
a
goal എങ്ങനെ ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാട്ടല്ലേ അത്?
counter. Cruyff. Bellingham. Now Costa Curta. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. A heavy challenge. Tries to play it through.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Chicken guys.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Pele. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Costa Curta is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that.
നല്ല
goal.
രസമുണ്ട്.
They have every right to be.
Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
There will be 1 minute added time.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
With the owner of a blue car
To look back on the first
parked outside
45
the stadium
minutes.
gate,
Well, simply
kindly
put,
remove it,
Peter,
as it
they
is about
haven't
to be
been
towed
good
away.
enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I can
Bullish header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Drogba. And he's in on goal. Romario! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Great vision. No, that's been intercepted.
Okay.
Mateus. And it's Neymar. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's been intercepted.
The
He read
attendance
that
for this
really
match
well and
was
stopped it.
80,314.
Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. De Bruyne. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
And Not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
They're back in possession. Real chance!
ശക്തിമാൻ.
About as smooth as it gets. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Ibrahimovic
Ah,
really
ah,
can't
ah,
believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter,
And Romario!
ഏയ്.
Oh, that is
എന്തിനാണ് എന്നെ കൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് ആ ഗോള് തന്നത്
Romario!
ഇങ്ങനെയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ?
That is a gem! An absolute gem! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful.
Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Just 5 minutes left.
എന്ത്
I thought it was
പന്നനാണ്
going to
അവൻ.
happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
4
Foot in.
added minutes has been indicated.
Threads one in, neatly clipped into space. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look up and drives it forward. Nicked it back promptly. 4 extra minutes added on. And time is up. Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
Hello, everybody, and a quick announcement now.
What are your
We would
thoughts on
like-
today's...
വെക്കും തന്നെ. ഫസ്റ്റ് തന്നെ മൂഞ്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ് ഗൈസ്. ജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാം.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's De Bruyne, and this is Messi. Davids did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Now he's having a go! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Del Piero touches it back. Davids. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
രക്ഷയില്ല.
The major moment in the game. And he's buried it! 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he cuts out the supply. And it's Maradona. Searching pass he's played there. And this is Del Piero. He's found the way through.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Looking to play him in. Del Piero. He is through. Del Piero! Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, what has happened? Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Del Piero. Guardiola.
There will be 1 minute
Nicely
added
weighted
time.
ball. Guardiola. Del Piero. Oh, that's a fine interception. And the half-time whistle goes. There's the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Now it's Haaland. Now he's got space here. Played back into the centre. Can he spark a counter here? Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Guardiola is always looking to break lines. Now it's Drogba. He's a sharp little ball here, brilliantly cut out. And now they can clear their lines.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just...
And De Bruyne! Oh, that is really good tenacity. Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Neymar gets it away. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Rijkaard takes control of it and he's on the move. Now it's Haaland. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And here's Eto'o. Haaland. And this is Maradona. And this is Del Piero. Into the last quarter of an hour. No, again there's no way through. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Roberto Carlos. Eto'o. And here's Haaland. That has been slung wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Guardiola. And that's been intercepted. Now it's Del Piero.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he's being shifted off it. Looking for options for movement. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Shot at goal! They've got to be quick to recover this. And that may well be that. That is that. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall
Just a
disappointment.
quick request today for everybody to please.
അല്ല കളിച്ചതൊക്കെ ഇന്ന് പോണു. പരാജയം. എത്ര ദിവസമായി കളിക്കുന്നു?
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody,
The
and
fans have
welcome
pulled
to
out all
today's
the stops
match.
to make this a monumental
Benfica
occasion.
Against Milan.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Well-timed, excellent interception. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Pele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, this looks sharp. Now, that looks a decent ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's had a shot! Goal! Benfica! And Benfica take the lead. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Pedri. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Milan have it back and can go again. Maradona.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Lovely, now then. Hakimi. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tries a shot! It's in! AC Milan are all square. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Pele with the cross. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Now, can they get him away? Davids.
There will be 1
Played
minute
into
added
space.
time.
Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. And we hit half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How's the first
Just a
half
quick
compared with your
announcement. We'd like to
expectation?
inform
Well,
you
both
that
sides would have
CCTV
expected
is now in
a closely
operation
fought
for your
match, and
safety.
that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Can he finish? Goal! Benfica! And they get themselves in front! Oh, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Benfica go into the lead. And it's Eto. Pele. Oh, good read. Nicely weighted ball. Drilled in. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. In he goes again! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Big chance! There it is!
Substitution for Benfica, number 7,
So
Vinicius
the manager can make a
Junior.
change for the first time in the
Number
game
2,
here.
Bernardo Silva, number 22, Kukcu.
Benfica appear to be happy to let their front players... Decent chance! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Benfica are looking to go forward now. Neto touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Costa Curta. Hakimi. And it's Musiala. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to pass it through. Now he's off and running. Now it's Messi. Now it's Ansu Fati. Now it's Neymar. It's anyone's ball now. Played out towards the right wing.
Benzema
Messi.
lagi.
And Messi! Goal! Benfica! And they've got their lead back. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Benfica get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Davids. It's a good spell of possession, this. Good take, and is he in? And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Look at the space here. Brilliantly cut out.
There will be 5
I
minutes.
think we're
added
about to
time.
see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Haaland! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's quick to get it clear again. That's a good ball. And time is up. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Look, Peter,
With the
a
owner
strength
of
in
the
any
blue
team
car
has to be
parked
at the
outside the
heart of your
stadium
defence.
gate,
And I'm
kindly
afraid
remove
they
it.
were found...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, ladies
The
and
fans have
gentlemen,
pulled out
and
all the
welcome
stops
to
to make
the
this a
San
monumental
Siro.
occasion. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So it's away we go then.
Here's a man, Peter, that inspired so many and always said that success is no accident. It takes hard work and perseverance.
How he epitomised that attitude. He worked so hard to become a player so far ahead of everybody else.
He boasted a playing style that was so unique too. The first centre forward perhaps to drop back, use
Oh, what has happened here? And the shot! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Pele really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Yeah, this could well be defining when you're looking back on events.
That was travelling. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And Messi! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Oh, easy pickings there. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's through, now is he in? Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Good running, strong and purposeful. Batistuta! Oh, glorious Batty goal! A finish right from the top draw. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And Batistuta!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And he has been fouled there.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
It's not a good idea in affording free kicks in...
Messi! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. And he was quick to react. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Adams. Bullet. Passes coming off in quick succession
Such
here.
good technique.
He is through here. Batistuta! Oh, glorious! That is a special one. That is a gem, an absolute gem. And the comeback is complete. You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And now he has two. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. There's the whistle for half-time. Milan are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Davids did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive. And it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
And this is Adriano. Pele. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found a way through. Oh, good take in a good area. Real chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
This match was 81,007.
Vitinha producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Messi. Some good work on the right flank here. Vitinha. Out to the left it goes. And it's Hullet. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! And that was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good
Short
finisher.
കളി ആയിപ്പോയി.
Substitution for Milan, number 17, Ibrahimovic.
Milan choosing to make the first
15,
change.
Pele. Number 9, Messi.
He's had it nicked
Number
away.
21, Cannavaro. Number 10, Maradona.
And it's Hullet.
Coming on the field.
Just about up to 75 minutes.
Number 19,
nice touch.
Erling Haaland.
There's a
Number
beautiful
23,
simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one
Number
side,
2,
dogged defence on the other.
Beckenbauer. Number 5, Bellingham.
Davids. Hullet. Great vision. Batistuta. Batistuta! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. And they get themselves in front. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He
Pitiye
has simply been
rangan.
truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Now it's Cruyff. Milan have a free kick.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
He's found a way through.
Has been indicated.
It's a promising position. Produces a cross. Costa. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, for a defender, Peter, Andy Robertson's style of play is more akin to that of a wing-back or even a wide attacker. Time after time, you see him make those overlaps, those marauding runs, providing support, the essential piece in any team looking to play on the front foot.
Yeah. It's Pele! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Raul. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos. Tchouameni. And it's Roberto Carlos. De Bruyne. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Roberto Carlos is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He came in hard, very hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. He's a sharp little ball here, and he whips it in. Costa Curta is there, and he can get that clear. Roberto Carlos just eases him off the ball, and that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he get it through? Neymar. And the shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Oh, well played, well played. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. He has found a way through. And this is Eto'o. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And it's Rijkaard. Well seen. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. No, again there's no way through. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard cuts it out. Messi. Now he's got space here. Great ball if he can get there. Plenty takes a shot! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but The old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Substitution for Milan. Number 18, Neymar. Coming on the
He'll
field
fancy himself
is
from here.
number 23.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling
Substitutions taking
impact.
place.
Messi!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players
Mm.
aren't dropping
Hey.
back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Eto. That is good alertness. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. White providing an outlet on that flank. And the shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. It's in! And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Howson kept aware, and it is That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution
So, time for
Milan.
changes on both
Number
sides, actually.
21,
This looks very much like a shoring up of the
number
rear guard.
24,
Look, only time will tell now if this is the
Number
right decision,
15,
but at least the manager
Pele.
hasn't dawdled. You know, he's
Number
reacted quickly,
11,
and it needed that.
Eto. Coming on the field, number 2, Franz Beckenbauer. Number 4, Daniel
Robertson.
van Buiten.
That's been
Number
intercepted.
17,
That was well played, well
Ibrahimovic.
stopped.
Number
Ibrahimovic was
19,
herring after that
Erling
one.
Haaland. Substitution in
Mateus
progress.
can see things others simply cannot. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Nicely aimed pass. Messi.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. The ball has bounced loose now. And he's had it nicked away. Messi. Cruyff. And it's Messi. Haaland. And he's there to make the challenge. And that will be the final act. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately
ഒരു കളി പോലും ജയിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. ഒരു മണിക്കൂറായി കളിക്കുന്നു.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to...
He's having a shot! Superb from Doué! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Messi, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Could be danger here. That's really well manoeuvred. 30 minutes gone. Pele puts his foot on the gas. Roberto Carlos providing an outlet on that. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he shoots! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Barcelona take the lead. Now it's Messi. Great ball if he can get there.
There will be
Back
3
on the ball
minutes
again.
added time.
Tchouameni. Here's Haaland. Now it's Cruyff. And we hit half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
Caution certainly not
I'm
on the
afraid
agenda
to
here
tell you that
from
we're
both
expecting
sides.
traffic
Yeah,
to be
they're
heavy
ahead,
after the
Peter, but
final
they
whistle
can't
today.
afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
And we are back underway.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And he's had it nicked away. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Now it's Cruyff. A probing pass. Just about within shooting range. And he's found a way past. Well, that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Out of play for a throw. And he's decided to go for it.
Oh, within an inch or two.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Great vision. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, what has happened here? That's been slipped through.
He's through and all alone!
Cleared without complication.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 8, Desiree Doué. Coming on the field is number 21, Pele.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
That's rather hopeful.
He should have put that one away.
Pele has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And here's Haaland.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. Now it's Haaland.
Tries a
2
shot!
added minutes has
Oh,
been
he's got that all
indicated.
wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Well, the players are pleading, but it's not going to convince him to change his mind now. To square things up.
That has drawn gasps of disbelief.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second guess what the keeper was trying to do.
That's at the end. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Well, what are your thoughts on today's... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He's having a shot! Hazard going full tilt down the left. Hazard. Oh, we always look the favourite there. Well, that looks a decent ball. And now the breakaway. Costa Curta carries the ball down the right. Hazard. Threads one in. Roberto Carlos. In towards the back. He's got tall. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
And he's had it nicked away. Fermin. Barcelona disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard gets rid without sophistication. Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. De Bruyne. Xavi Alonso. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Hazard. He's shifting through the gears here. It's Hazard! Goal! Milan! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Ibrahimovic making his 300th appearance today. Just another reminder to those who missed the pre-game. And he shoots! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So, a breakthrough already.
Now, can they get him away? Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now there's a fine ball. Plays in a cross. Climbs up big! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Eto'o. Oh, perfectly measured that.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now the delivery. Guti! And that is doing no harm at all.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
കിട്ടാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നെറ്റ് സ്ലോ ആണെന്തായിട്ടെന്ന് അറിയില്ല ഇടയ്ക്കിട്ട്
The manager could make a
ഇങ്ങനെ
change for the first time in the game here. There's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well,
മാറ്റുമ്പോൾ
it'll be interesting to see what system
Speed
they'll
out.
be playing with now, Peter.
Erling Haaland. Number 7, Didier
Now it's
Drogba.
Drogba. Good running, strong and purposeful. Stood up well to him there. Pele plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
And he's running through. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
സ്ലോ
And it's Eze.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Such good technique.
Lahm. Lahm plays it in. Cleared without hesitation.
In with the challenge.
Has a shot! Off the post! Olise. Eze is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Davids defending his corner stubbornly,
There will
stood
be
up
1
very well
minute
to his
added
man.
time.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And we've reached half-time.
There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Just a quick
I think
announcement.
on the
it is
whole
now
the
time
team
for our
linked up
special
very
lottery.
well and has been
Please grab the
organised,
tickets you were
hence
given when
their
you were walking
position.
through the
They
gate.
can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them. And it's 1-0 at the break.
And if you're just back from your break,
He's got two. They've done it! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
one sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Tries to get it clear. Now it's Haaland. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. That's good vision. And that's a Haaland!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Almost the perfect move. almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Over to the left. Perez will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pele. Guti. Oh, played right into his path. He's got away. Oh, lovely feeding is such a good... Shapes to shoot! Good strike, quite an alarm. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pele could try cutting inside here. And that has been knocked clear. No way through. He's through, it's Eto'o!
Eto'o really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Pele. Davids. Eto'o. Can he get it through? Berry. Eze, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Haaland. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot, surely! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. Was there ever any doubt?
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Barcelona takes a shot! Really well taken goal. What a moment for the triple centurion, for one of this team's favourite sons. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And this is Drogba. He's had a shot! He's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Barcelona take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And the finish! And he hits the net. Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And that is
എന്തൊക്കെ
that.
ഒന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ അച്ചക്കനെ
What
ഞെരിപ്പിക്കും
a
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ
magical
വേവിക്കും
football match, and genuine respect all round. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello, everybody,
camaraderie.
and
The
welcome to
fans have
today's
pulled out all
match.
the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on the pitch. Royalty.
Andres Iniesta. Few do it better than him. Some say nobody has done it better than him. And it's Davids. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's heaved it away. Ibrahimovic. And it's Inzaghi. A probing pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Plenty to aim at here. He's in a good chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. And this is shot at goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Chooses to go back. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Eto'o, and he's searching through. Big header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
15 minutes till half-time. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Eto'o, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. That is a great pick out. And this is Neymar, and he's got the beating of his man. Corner number 2 then. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. He has found the way through. That's a good ball. Oh, right place, right time. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well, that looks a decent ball. Eto'o. Great chance! Superb goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
It's Ibrahimovic! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. Olise with the short one. So their fourth corner of the game. Oh, smashing header!
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
And now they can spring out of defence. He won't be happy with that one. Iniesta. He might be in here. Inzaghi! Olise is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly.
Nicely aimed pass. Filippo Inzaghi.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Eze. He shifted it to the flank. That's going to go a long way. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's trying to hit the front line here. And he's intervened well there. Quality ball. Now it's Eze.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No way through there.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set it.
Tries a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
They're up to 5 corners now. Up he goes! And he gets rid in a hurry. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Inzaghi.
This is the time you need that pace. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 1
Howson
minute
kept
added
his eye
time.
on it, and he's there. And he's in on goal. It's Inzaghi! Superb by Inzaghi! A finish of true class! They have stolen level at the last! He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Filippo Inzaghi.
That's that, the end. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get.
ശരിയായപ്പ ഇന്നത്തെ ലൈവ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇനി